It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be a struggle. I'm not here to sit here and tell you that it's gonna be easy, bro, because I will be lying to you. YouTube, man. Y'all see my face. Y'all know what time it is. LOE Congo in the building. For those of y'all who don't know, this channel is pretty much completely based around self-improvement in all aspects of life, financial, physical, and mental. But in order to self-improve, you have to be able to objectively take a step back from yourself, look at yourself and say, I don't like this. This is something that I want to fix. This is something that I want to work on. Or I have a problem. I need to change it. I need to fix it. If you cannot objectively look at yourself and say, this is wrong, I need to change it, you will never be able to self-improve, bro. The first step in fixing the problem is being able to realize that you have a problem. For example, if you want to get your finances together, if you broke as fuck, or maybe you in debt, or maybe you just don't have an emergency fund, the first step to fixing that problem is you have to first understand and accept the fact that I have a financial issue, bro. I ain't got no money. I got to get my shit together. And then you can work to fix on it. If your body, if you fat as hell or if you scrawny as fuck and you don't like the way you look, you got to first look in the mirror and say, I don't like my appearance. I understand that I don't like it, but I can do something about it. Now I can work to fix it. See, I'm going to share a pretty personal story real quick, man. I used to be a pathological liar. I used to lie about any and everything, bro. Lie about stuff for no reason. Stuff that didn't even need to be lied about, bro. I would just lie about it just because. I never knew why I did it. I just know that I did do it. I just lied all the time for no reason. But as I began to work on myself and self-improve, I had to realize objectively, I have a problem, bro. I'm lying all the time for no fucking reason. I had to take a step back outside of myself, just like I told y'all, and I had to objectively look at myself and say, this is an issue. I need to fix it. So I had to take a deep look into my own life, take a deep look within and realize, where did this pathological lying, where did this come from? Why do I feel the need to do it? And then I realized it all stemmed from my childhood, bro. It all came from my childhood. You see, growing up, I used to have huge self-esteem issues. I used to feel like I was never good enough. Growing up in my early school years, you know, elementary school, middle school, I was in a primarily white area. Most of my classmates were white. I was typically the only black kid in any of my classes. And when I would see the other black kids in school, they would speak a certain way and they would look at me and say, why do you talk like that? Why do you speak so properly? You sound like a white person. And I internalized that. And I thought, damn, I'm not black enough. I gotta try to change myself to fit in. I started trying to be somebody that I'm not in order to fit in, because I felt like I wasn't really one of them. I wasn't really black just because I was different. So I started to lie about where I'm from. I started to fake an accent, all that kind of stuff, try to change myself and be deceptive in order to really fit in. But not just that too, also my parents. Sometimes I felt like I never lived up to their standards, you feel me? My dad, he did 24 years in the Navy, military man right there, disciplined man right there. Sometimes I felt like he would have expectations or standards that he expected from me, and I just simply wouldn't meet them. I just felt like I was never good enough. Not because he was like super hard on me or nothing like that, bro. I just felt like I could never live up to his expectations. I could never meet the standards that was expected of me. And as a result of me not feeling good enough, I had to lie about my achievements. I had to lie to make myself seem better. I had to lie to try to stand out. Even though that's no fault of his or my mom or any of those other black kids that was at school making me feel that way. That was me, that was myself. That came from my own self-esteem issues, my own inability to feel like I'm worthy enough, my own inability to feel like I fit in with everybody else. All that stuff mixed up together, and I became a pathological liar, constantly lying, trying to make myself seem better than others, constantly lying, trying to, lie about where I'm from to fit in with the crowd. You get what I'm saying, bro? And I remember my dad telling me, he said, you lie and lie and lie and lie, and all you do is lie. You're never gonna just wake up one day and stop lying. My dad, I remember him telling me this. He said, what you do as a kid now is gonna carry over into your adult years. You're not gonna just wake up one day and no longer be a liar. But you know, I was a kid, I was young, dumb, thought I knew everything, and I said, oh man, don't know what he talking about. And I know he's gonna watch this video too, man. And you was definitely right. All that stuff you said was true. Right, it carried over into my college years, my military years, bro. I was just lying and lying and lying and lying about shit that didn't need to be lied about, bro. But now I'm at a point in my life where I'm actively working to improve myself, my physical, my mental, and my financial. And a part of fixing my mental is being okay with who I am as an individual, is realizing that I have this problem. I have to put the work in to fix it. And I'm no longer a pathological liar. I don't have that issue anymore. I don't feel the need to lie to try to impress others, or lie to try to fit in with the crowd, or lie to make myself seem better than I am. I don't have that issue anymore. I'm no longer a pathological liar. And my dad was correct. That shit did not come overnight. I wasn't a liar one day, go to sleep, and wake up the next morning being a truthful person. That change didn't happen overnight, bro. I had to put the work in. And this shit sucked, bro, because I used to lie to a lot of my friends. And I had to come clean and tell them, hey, all that stuff that I told you, I was being dishonest. I was lying about that stuff, bro. And now my friends are looking at me funny like, why would you lie about that? It sucked, bro. It was tough to put that shit behind me and come out and come forward to make myself a better person, but it's worth it in the long run, bro. In the end, it's worth it. Whatever you're struggling with, I'm talking to you now, my viewer, whatever you're struggling with, bro, whether you want to get your money right, get your physical right, get your mind right, whatever areas of your life you want to self-improve, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a struggle. I'm not here to sit here and tell you that it's going to be easy, bro, because I will be lying to you. Self-improvement is a difficult journey. You are literally destroying your old self and making a new version of yourself. That's one of the most difficult things you can do in this lifetime, bro. But it's worth it in the long run. Because when you go through your life as the new disciplined version of yourself, you got your money together, you physically look good, you feel good, you're confident in yourself, you got your mental health right. You're gonna look back on your former version of yourself and be like, damn, I've come a long way. Damn, I'm glad I'm not like that anymore. Damn, it was really worth it. If you want to have that good physique, if you want your body to look good, you might have to give up that fast food, bro. If you want to stop being a liar like me, you might have to lose some friends and come clean to them by telling them that you lied to them. And they might no longer respect you. You might lose them as friends. You're going to have to sacrifice some things in order to really self-improve. But it's worth it in the end, bro. And if you're watching this video right now, I know you probably thought about a couple areas of your life that you want to work on. Stop waiting, bro. Get up and work on it. Make that shit happen. Improve and change your life. That being said, man, that's the end of the video. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in my comment section. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.